Almost 20 years ago, my dad decided to redo the garden, where there used to be like dog kennels, greenhouse, but it never looked really that aesthetically pleasing. So my dad decided to redo the whole thing and make it into his own little garden paradise, with his own little private shed where he can escape and have a little bit of time to himself, with a nice pond and a beautiful view. Unfortunately though, 20 years on, it is showing its age a little bit, and not to mention, there are quite a lot of negative memories attached to it. So as I mentioned earlier, my dad and myself want to redo the garden and build me my own log cabin office. Kinda like what we did back down in Plymouth, but we're actually building a building for this one. So as you know, over the winter I moved up to the north to take care of my dad, and since winter is almost over, we've knocked down the pond and we're ready to get started. So what we're currently doing right now, or what Dad's doing right now, is just pulling up this concrete slab ready for when we need to put the base down, or for when the new shed comes. It's a pretty big job. Okay, so all of the old concrete has been ripped up, so now all we have to do now is just lay down the foundation. Dad's done most of the work anyway, so the next thing to do is to get that shed moved across into my brother's yard. Shed's been there for 20 years. It's been a long time, hasn't it? Things have settled down quite a lot in recent months. My dad's health's improved since I came home. Massively, but I don't think that's due to me. I think it's down to this little carpet monster down here. Do ignore the little cycle bike that's behind me. It's not its permanent place in the kitchen. See, in this house we've got a passage that runs through the house, so from the garden to the front, and out the front we've got a skip. So we need that kind of clear while we transfer all the rubber through. Rubble. So, now, our next job is old shed into my brother's yard. Now, my dad has already cut a hole in the fence, see, so we're going right through next door into my brother's yard. It shall move from there to there. Sadly though, since there's only 3 of us, we can't exactly move the whole thing on our own, so we've got some big burly men to come and help us. So, the old shed is now my brother's yard. I think my brother's very happy with it. Still in good shape. It's going to take a while for this thing to be done. We did get confirmation today though that the shed is 2 weeks away. Obviously at the moment it doesn't look too picturesque at the minute because the whole area is just dirt and rock and everything, but give it time, it will transform. So the next thing we've got to do is we've got to put some posts in, which Dad is currently putting in now. Say hello, Dad.
Hello, Dad.
We've got to put some more posts in just so the fence is a bit stronger, and paint the back of the shed just so it looks a little bit nicer. That's what I've been doing with the wire brush, just getting all that green off. Okay, wire brushing's all done. Next job is paint. So, since we've got like a confirmation of when the shed's gonna arrive in 2 weeks, we kind of didn't expect that because we thought it was going to take like another month, because we ordered it like 3 weeks ago and we were expecting it to turn up a lot later. So now it's kind of just accelerated things and kicked things into full swing, realizing we've really got not much time. I know it doesn't sound like I am, but I'm actually really excited to get this log cabin done, and I can get back to work and stuff like that. It's just, moving house is always the same. And what I mean by that is that the whole dynamic of house moving is always stressful. It takes a lot longer than people think. Because when I first moved up, the day was long, it was hard, it was stressful. I probably couldn't have picked a worse time to move house either, because it was snowing. It was completely covered in snow up here. And I've been here for 3 months now. I'm still not fully settled in. Like, for example, in my room, I cannot stir my room. It's still just filled with boxes of crap that I still haven't filtered through. The whole stress part of it is actually really getting to me. You may have noticed that I have gained hella weight. Because when I first moved up, I actually dropped weight, and now it's just gradually getting worse. But once the whole log cabin's built and I'm starting to actually put some good work in, I can actually get my new life on track. Because I know it sounds like I'm complaining at the minute, but I'm honestly not. I'm actually very happy. I feel like I'm doing a lot of good here. Okay, so the next thing that me and my dad need to do is, once this fence is done and patched up from here to here, because then that actually seals the fence back up, there's going to be a lot of digging involved. We also need to start setting the base, which we already have, by the way. So behind me, what you're seeing right now are these plastic tiles. Now, what these are for, oh, they're all locked in place. That's just been testing out the level. And what they're meant for, we're going to put a plastic sheet down and then put these on top, and then we're going to fill it with pebbles. Because the shed arrives in 1 week now. Do you want to explain what we're doing next?
We're going to move these out of the way. We're going to get a weed blanket out of the boxes, spread it, put these back, and then put the lot on, and then we're going to anchor it for tonight until we can get the gravel and fill it all with gravel. Easy.
It's his first time ever doing stuff to camera. That's it. Were you? Looks like time is kind of flying over at this part of the vlog, and that's because it is. Time's kind of cropped up on us as well, but you guys sitting at home watching probably don't get an idea of how much time has gone by so far. When did we start lifting up the concrete around here, or shifting the shed? About a month ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, 6 weeks ago.
Yeah, about 6 weeks. So since we started hammering the concrete, that's 6 weeks past. If you remember back when we did the stream room back down in Plymouth, that took 4 months. So we're making good progress here. Okay, so it's a beautiful day out today. It is currently 10 to 11, and the pebble or the pea gravel is coming today. So pea gravel, if I haven't mentioned earlier or a few days ago, is the gravel that will cover all of this area. The pea gravel will come out, then we'll go outside onto the drive, put down this tarpaulin, and then we'll start wheelbarrowing all the gravel through. is done. It looks really good as well, just as it is on its own. The shed is going to go on top of this. Everything feels more solid now, but I'm not kidding you though. That was some back-breaking shoveling. Calves are in agony. I mean, lower back is killing. Okay, so it's been a few more days since we've put the pea gravel down. The pea gravel's settled really nicely, but now it is the 14th, which means the shed is getting delivered today. Very, very exciting. Dad and I are currently looking at the tracker to see where they are, so they're not far away, about 3/4 of an hour away probably. So, getting ready. I hear a lorry. Okay, so progress has been made. I went out for a couple of hours to film some or photograph some cakeys for me stepmom and cakey business, and I come back. So let's have a quick tour inside. Inside you will find that it is completely enormous in here, which is just what we needed. This back wall, 16 feet away. Double glazing. But it is far from done yet, so we're going to come back tomorrow and do the rest. Right, okay, day 2. Let's crack on. So it's a beautiful morning yet again, but today we're going to get the roof done and we're going to get the doors fitted. So what Dad's doing right now is just, he's nailing the felt in. It's almost done. It looks really nice though. If I may be truthful, even if my dad all of a sudden decided that that this shed was going to be for him, I'd be still very happy because I get to build something with my dad, and honestly that makes me feel very, very happy because I'm actually getting to spend some proper time with him. It's something that I've been actually looking forward to quite a lot. Luna, stop eating the mud. Stop eating the mud. Okay, so everything so far is done in here. The floor is done, the roof is on, everything is done. We've also got the floor that I really wanted. We couldn't get it, but my Auntie Babs has been looking online for where it's in stock. Apparently this is really popular stuff, so it's very difficult to get your hands on, but we prevailed. So the first thing we have to do is just clear everything out so we can get the base layer laid down. Then I've decided also I'm going to put acoustic foam on the walls. It is very echoey in here. This also is the style of wood that we've went for, and I absolutely love it. But just gotta wait for Michael to come over first and then we can get cracking. You right? Not bad. You ready to do some work? The structural integrity of the shed and the shed itself is pretty much finished. Spent a couple of days just painting the inside white, getting it ready for preparations and decorations. We've been looking around IKEA as well a little bit. But today, a family relative is coming round to sort out the electrics for the shed, which as soon as that's done, that's the turning point. We can start moving stuff in. It's a mess in here, but it's worth it. See all this cabling and stuff behind me? That's going to be all covered up with acoustic foam. One of the main problems I had back down south was not enough plug sockets, so we've made sure there are plenty of plug sockets everywhere. Here's the big man who's been giving us a hand.
You alright?
He's rather tall, so I'm letting him do the tall stuff.
No, I'm not. Won't even tell him.
Let's start off safe. Right, ready, and... Is that on? Nothing there.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Well, that's not good. Oh man, why don't you try to turn the lights on? Right, now why don't you turn the power on in that box there and then we'll try it properly.
Oh yeah, there we go, we got power in here.
That was a mean trick, I know, I couldn't
Wait,
help
did you do that?
Flipping.
You did that deliberately. I hate you so much. So if you don't know, there's a flipping a trip in here just in case. We've got it in here. I completely forgot about it. Plug stuff in. Nothing's flipping happening. And I'm panicking. It's like, oh, maybe you should turn it on.
I'll take the blame for that.
Yeah. Well, guys, you're on the vlog.
What did you do? Oh, leg cramp! So people wonder what happens on Discord when we're not recording.
Okay, so the electrics are all done now, but the next thing I'm planning to do is this wall, because if you remember back in the old office back down south, it was covered, the whole room was acoustic foam. We're not going to go that crazy this time. However, this wall and that one down there, all acoustic foam. Of starting to move things into the office. My brother has kindly lent me his halogen heater just so it's nice and it takes the chill off the air. So more acoustic foam should arrive today, as well as other bits and bobs. Right. So, place is all tidied up. Now we just got to wait for the couch to get here, which is like 5 minutes away. So,
Yeah, you're comfortable to say we've got the arms to lean over.
We spent 250 quid on it.
60.
It's not that bad for a settee,
For
but
a settee?
We're just two of you on. You can't sleep that way.
no.
And you definitely can't sleep that way.
So the couch is in. I've got a very cuddly Luna in here. The rig is all set up. The desk is in. Almost there. Also, I received a... I'm trying to talk to the camera, Luna. Oh, you just want some fussy. Now, you've probably came from the main channel to see what was in those parcels that I got sent today. So, if you don't know, I've partnered up with the guys over at IMB Racewear who do some amazing stuff. I got in contact with them a couple of months ago about, you know, setting something up, and they were very kind enough to pretty much give me my entire collection, which we're gonna unbox. So the first thing that they gave me was these sim racing socks. Now, by the way, if you don't know, these are actually really, really good. If you don't like wearing shoes while pressing on your pedals, these are actually really, really good. They're like padded socks that are a bit thicker, so you don't hurt your feet. I can already hear random call sign going, oh, I can get something like that on Amazon. Gotta say, love the packaging IMB. You get this every time you order something from IMB as well. Something very personal and very nice. Oh, wow! So these are sim racing gloves with the design on them. Wow, look at that. Very own Coyote Racing sim racing glove. Oh yeah, that is literally perfect. That is super cool. Not only do we have the long wrist part of the glove, but we also have the short sleeve gloves. So they just go up to your wrist, and these are just as cool. Look at that. You guys will be able to buy this stuff. But the gloves aren't the only thing. We've got a big box here as well. Yes! We have our very own Coyote Racing jersey. If I'm gonna do anything, I need to try it on. I'm currently off camera because I know my nipples will get this video demonetized. That's incredible. Wow! And it's breathable as well. I'm glad I got the large though. Not only that, we have the team jacket. Wow! That's amazing! Zip this up. Luna, can you not be so nosy? That is actually hella nice. So, materials, top quality again, and it has the perfect logo on it as well. Now, a bag with IMB on it, but our very own Coyote Racing sim racing boots. These are excellent. So I don't know by the time this video goes up if these will be on sale yet. However, if they are, there is a link in the description to my collection over at IMB, and if you want something like this to rep while sim racing, then look no further. Gotta say though, IMB, thank you so much for all of your support and everything you guys have done for me. It's amazing. I'm genuinely blown away, and just thank you for believing in me as well. Luna is very impressed with it. That's the biggest surprise. I've just received this picture or something from Xavier. I have no idea what he's done.
What is it, Luna? Board.
No way.
That looks quality.
That is incredible. Xavier, if you're watching, I know you're straight, but you're getting a hug and a kiss, so...
What's your dad doing? What's he doing? If Xavier wants to send me a Bitcoin, I won't give him a kiss. It's pretty cool, eh?
That is... I think that's more than pretty cool, that. Whoa!
That's quality, that.
Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching and being very patient for me to basically come back. As you can see, this is what's been taking up all of the time, but I think it's pretty obvious that all of this work, all of this time that we've spent on the new office is worth it. So guys, thank you so much for watching this video and coming on this journey as well. By the way, I didn't mention in the video earlier, but this, if you want to know what kind of shed this is, it's from a company called Dunster House. They make really, really high quality cabins and sheds and garden offices and such. I'll leave a link in the description below. And I want to give a huge thank you to Xavier Fox, who sent me the massive neon. If you don't know, Xavier's a really, really good friend of mine, and he decided to just basically surprise me with this absolute beauty. So Xavier, if you're watching, thank you so much for your generosity. If you want to get yourself a neon sign pretty much like this that's entirely custom, a card came with the neon. So if you want to get a neon, then go up here, sculpt neon signs. There we go, that's in focus. And I just want to give one big thank you to you guys. I know I haven't uploaded in a while. Basically everything that's been uploaded this year was basically recorded back in December, before I even moved. So when I eventually did run out of footage and stuff to upload to you guys were kind of just left in the dark almost. But I just want to thank you all for, you know, being patient and basically going with me. Just take your time. Thank you all so much for that. And I want to thank my patrons as well. Even though I've been away for a long time, you guys have, you know, still supported me, and you've been essential for me keeping going. And you guys didn't have to do that. You guys weren't obligated to do that. You guys did that because you wanted to, and that's honestly amazing. And thank you all so much for that. So I'm back, everybody. I hope you guys like the doghouse, and I'm looking forward to getting back to work and making more content for you guys. Also, just as a side note, I have pre-recorded some gameplay footage in here to basically, you know, build up a small catalogue of content just so I can release. You will notice that in the next video after this neon won't be here, and that's because I recorded that before this turned up. So there's a little bit of a continuity error, but I will point that out right now. So guys, let's go, everybody. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys very soon. Take care, everybody.